Hi guys, this is me again, Dennis Hagaf, and EUC sales shop review. So yeah, so long no news from our channel. The last video was about the InMotion with Valve, and since this last video nothing, I think nothing was possible to talk more. So yeah, now today, yes, September, and we have a lot of news from the EUC world, from the manufacturers, and I want to share my opinion about all these new products, about the tendencies for the 2021-2022, my subjective opinion here, and let's talk about this, and just you to understand what I was doing all this time, where I was missed. So just watch this video and let's go. So guys, as you can see from the video, what I was doing in the past 1 month after the V12 review. So I was like you, riding a lot with my friends alone, testing my perfect Monster Pro, and I like it because it's running so fast and so stable. So for me, for the long range and high speed, this is the best wheel. And I hope that in the near future the new products come to the market, and we will talk a little bit later today about these products. So anyway, the Monster Pro, as I said, still for me the king for the long range and high speed here. So okay, V12 wheel in motion. Still, the mass production delays by the manufacturer, and we can understand. So so huge problem with parts supply from the subcontractor for the factories, the batteries, the another stuff, a lot of the stuff, you know, in the wheel from the many suppliers. So all this supply chain broke, as I understand, because of a crisis, because of coronavirus and so on. So still the manufacturers cannot handle that. And here, why I'm talking about the V12, because it is a new one wheel and all world already tested it, because the first 3-5 unit was demo unit prototypes was sent to the dealers and dealers test them. After the 150 final production wheel was sent also to the dealers to the all world. And we also all test these wheels, and you can see this in my video. Anyway, the mass production still delays, and now, as we can understand, it is 2 months of delay, and the InMotion says to us that the now new date will be the end of September or the beginning of October here for the mass production, and first batches will be sent to the dealers and of course to the clients. So as you can understand, so now we have September, October, and the real delivery to the Europe nowadays with all these traffic jams and so on, so huge pain for all dealers all around the world is about 2 months now. So October, November, so the clients will have the V12 in the December in the best way if InMotion will not make any delays for the production. So here the clear situation. I will explain why I was talking about the V12 later in my review today. So okay, so the first I think was come to the market the few photos, the rendered photos from the company Lippert Kim Veteran. So yes, the first and only successful wheel for the new company, the Sherman product. Yes, it is really great, and all around the world all professional riders using the Sherman because it is so great. The weight is 34.5 kilos, about that. Good weight, huge battery, many parallels, 10p, high speed, good torque, good looking. So all this system with all this metal frame are just perfect. And this wheel, 20-inch tire and very compact wheel, and very really nice to take it from with both hands. So here a lot of good stuff like the screen, like the handle, are all this just made perfect. So this wheel is really nice wheel, and now we introduced to our world, made some small leak, like few photos of a new product, and we can see the new name for a product. It is Abrams, so American USA tank Abrams. Okay. And of course here, so after the officially Lippert Kim says yes, this photos is our photo, so yes, it was leaked, sorry, but it was of course we understand that they made this leak to bring the attention, you know, to the product, and yes. So of course the few specification was shown to the world, and 22-inch wheel, and here we clearly see what the tire will be like the Monster V3, if you remember such a wheel, 22-inch wheel, Monster V3, and the rim size are the same too. So real size 70 inch, the bicycle size is 22 inch. So here. Okay, 22 inch, and here, so a lot of people start talking about what this will be with 126 volt wheel, first ever built. So I was not so excited, and I was more skeptic because I have an electronic science degree in the university, so it was not so hard for me to make the simple calculations here with battery packs and battery size to understand that 2700 watt hours will never be 126 volts. So I put even the calculation, all this calculation table to my Facebook page and share with all another EUC community that as you guys see, this is the 100 volts wheel for sure. We will be using the 6P, 6 parallels like the EXN use. So standard 100 volt wheel. So if you want 126 volt wheel, it will be about 2400 or 500. It will be more than the 3000. If you will add one more parallel to the wheel, it will be more than the 3000 watt hours. So here I saw the clear situation. So many an hour vloggers was pumping this, what this will be the 126 volts. So okay, let it be. We now clearly see the real specification, and we now see the real photos, and this is really great because Lippert Kim says, and we start taking the pre-orders from the dealers, and dealers start taking the pre-orders from the customers, and finally we see the final specification and we see the real products photo. So this is very important part. And I want you to understand that if we see the real product photo, real look, how it will look, so we understand what the factory are in the final stage of a production, of a mass production with wheel, and we are just testing it now. You know, made all these adjustments to the software, maybe some modifications to the body and so on, just testing it. So anyway, we understand that soon this product will come to the market. So as the Lippert Kim says, the mass production of the first batches will be late September, the start of October, yeah. So okay, we also made the pre-order, from the Lippert Kim, and waiting for this model. Only one small point after the, you know, it was also an interesting move, but we all know that this is a Chinese factory, so they made all this stuff like that, and we know that because they said that we can order the wheels and pay the money, but the real specification, the full specification of a wheel was not published. And okay, so anyone was just trying to understand how many weight it will be and how fat this wheel will be. So now we clearly see the final specification, and we see the real weight is 44 kilograms. So it is 4 kilos more than the Monster Pro with 3600 watt hours. It is smaller wheel with one 900 pack less battery, and it is heavy on 4 kilos. So here it is very interesting solution, and it will be really heaviest wheel in the market when it comes to the market. So yeah, the Monster Pro, it is really not the wheel for the casual riding, you know, home, street, going some short trips, you know, putting it in the car and take it back from the car, you know, it's just not for that. This wheel is for going in the high speed and in the long range. So for the Abrams, 2700 watt hour, not so big. It is like the EXN, it is less than the Sherman was, and it is less than the Monster Pro. It will be less than the Commander will have, so it is not a long range wheel for sure. Speedy, we see the same free speed 105 kilometers per hour, I think. So it is same like the EXN, like the Monster Pro, nothing changed here. So only one what I really hope will help this product not to die while it burning, you know, it is the high torque from the low, you know. If we will be able to produce such a motor with a different wiring, special, you know, handmade wiring of a motor, and with some adjustments to the controller, and the controller will be really powerful one, so what can handle and produce such a power, and, you know, and bring such a many amps to the motor, and motor can absorb that power and bring that power to the reality, you know, what this will be very fast, you know, from the start, very torquey from the start. So yes, it will help. If no, if it will be more like the Monster Pro, you know, that it is spinning from the start and accelerating and the braking in the low speed are really nightmare, but when it is going the high speed, it is really starts behave like a rocket. So here for the Abrams we just need to wait, I think, 2 more months, additional month, and test it. So okay, Abrams, we well understand what this product are about. The second one, also, you know, small leak from the factory, you know, some 3D photos we saw in the internet. I think almost or in a few days after the Abrams was leaked, they leaked also the new photos of a new wheel. Something like the Sherman design, you know, with all these front side and back side handles. We see clearly the screen, we see the handle in the middle. So all this design, the look, the design of a product, how it look, it is very similar to the Sherman, and even the name Commander, you know. We understand, the first one was the Sherman, it is like the military design, military look, and military name. After the Abrams, okay, another tank. So here we see the Commander, also like the, you know, military name. So all community start to think that this is another maybe smaller one wheel from the Liperkim, but Liperkim said, guys, this is not our wheel, we're not making such a wheels and don't have plans. So community of course said, oh, it is not real, it is just you know, 3D render from some type of a design team, you know, independent design team, just like threw it in the internet to make a lot of a discussion. But we also asked the Bigodi, maybe you know who made such a product or maybe want to make, and Bigodi confirmed to us, yes guys, this is our smaller one company, but also this one company belongs to the Bigodi. It is the Extreme Bull company. Just to understand, it is, as I understand, I do not see that company, do not saw that people, but I understand it is a small group of people working with a Bigodi, using all, you know, all the intelligence, all the technologies of a Bigodi, and making own products. It is just another one small company with you know, some crazy ideas, maybe what the general company are not happy about, but they have all these, you know, guys in the garage and they are working and making something in another way. Just okay, so we saw firstly this Extreme Bull small scooters, you know, not a scooter, not a motorcycle, some type of you know, chair wheel, the crazy ones, 100 volt and with insane power and so on, so insane solution. So now we see the unicycle we want to produce. Yes, we get the specification finally, and yeah, the specification really interesting because it is also 20-inch wheel, like the Sherman using, EXN using, all the same. So this one have the MSP, not the RS, but MSP, not whole motor. It is a regular motor with a regular bearing, and we're using this like the C38 magnet, like a high torque magnet wheel here inside, and also making the different one model for high speed. So Commander will be available in the 2 models, high speed and high torque, and we clearly understand that this move belongs to the Bigodi, you know, about the RS and so on. So here we have also the same idea, but as I said, I will say it once again, but difference between the RS and the Commander is the using the motor not for the RS, not the whole motor, but using the MSP motor with a normal axle and old axle and normal small bearings here. So this is one clear solution. So both versions will be available. The weight, we say it according to the specification, is about 37 kilos, so it is 3 kilos less than the Monster Pro. It is good, really good, and only 2 kilos more than the Sherman. And really, this is one, I think this is one nice solution, because really, in real, yes, the controller is from the EXN, from the RS. The motor is from the MSP in the both versions. The batteries are from the Monster Pro, so it is 4 packs, 900 watt-hour each, and total 3,600 watt-hours in the total battery capacity. So really nice. And if we compare the Commander and the Monster Pro have a lot of a power motor. Yes, it is speedy, very fast and very stable on the high speed, very powerful. But all this power and additional weight and the additional wheel diameter are eating, you know, like we're eating the battery, absorbing the battery every time when you push that wheel in the such way. So this one makes the Monster Pro less in the range. But for example, as I can understand now and see now, that for example the version of a Commander with a C30 magnets, it will be with a behavior of a EXN. It is not bad, it's very great behavior of a motor, fast speed, 105 kilometers per hour in the free spin, so you will able to reach 80 kilometers per hour, I think, with no problems with such a battery capacity. And I think even more what this capacity, like it was with a difference between the RS and EXN, we have the same motors, we have the same controller, but we have bigger battery, and so such a bigger battery can provide more amps to the motor, and this for us are feel it better for the EXN compared to the RS. And here I think that if the motor of the MSP will not burn it, you know, but I think this will be same like the EXN and Monster Pro. So bigger battery will bring more power compared to the EXN here. So I think even the C30, the motor will be quite torquey and really fast. And in our way, it will be more in the range, and I think such a combination of batteries, weight and technologies will make this wheel, Extreme Bull Commander C30, made this wheel longest range wheel in the planet till now. This is only my opinion, but I think, and all this, you know, mathematics are working like that, in my opinion. So another one version with a high torque motor will be more for the, you know, more for the running in the forest and so on. But I don't really think it is needed there to have a 37 kilograms wheel, you know, use it like the ultimate off-road wheel. You will never be possible to ride the 150 kilometers, you know, in the forest and all this jumping and so on. So you don't need such a huge battery, but all you need is the weight. The weight is very important. To have a lightweight wheel, just to go fun, you know, 10, 50 till 20 kilometers and going back, you know, put it in the car and you have your fun, you know. So here, for me, it is working like that, not in another way. So, and I will explain later. I will return a little bit about this weight and how all this stuff are working. For example, in the motocross, motocross, and in hard enduro life, you know, how all this stuff are working with the motorcycles and what all the manufacturers are in ideal way wanted to see in the high end, you know, motorcycles from all manufacturers. Okay, wherever. Okay. So the Commander, in my opinion, will be really nice product here. Of course, it is very similar by the design, you know, by the brutal look, very similar to the Sherman. But anyway, this is the decision the Bigodi made. They don't make the Bigodi like Bigodi with wheel, just not wanted to copy the Sherman. So another one, small company, it is not Bigodi, you know, not Bigodi. You know, mask on the face, you just open the controller, you see it is same, but you know, the sticker on the Bigodi sticker, Extreme Bull, you put out the sticker, you know, and so on. So all this stuff are really funny, but of course, wheel, in my opinion, will be really also ordered. Also production will start in the end of September, the beginning of October. So okay, just need to little bit to wait about it. So the S20 from the company King Song already was announced, and we all see all this new website with all this countdown, you know, are going the digits from the 10 days going backwards, and you clearly all world now see the new product will be S20 Eagle 1, and we just need to wait additional 10 days. All this information classified, nobody knows nothing about this new product. Okay, 3 days left, and the Bigodi showing us the new product from the Bigodi. Of course, we was as dealer, we was know what such a product will come to the market. Don't see the photos, but we know a little bit about the specification, how this will look. So anyway, we see the video of a real product, and this is very important part. We see the video of a real product, not prototype. We see 3 or 4 wheels were riding all together, and we see all this Bigodi team are riding, and we also see Kuji here, and Kuji riding with a Hero wheel and tested it little bit with a Bigodi teams, all excited. Kuji going uphill, downhill, going straight, going in the many an hour in the forest, in the grass, you know, going upstairs. So yeah, the wheel are working. We see the wheel are working and suspension are working, and this is the suspension one wheel. Okay, here the Kuji made his job, and according to the Bigodi strategy, this is old one guy in the EUC community, and here I can say you what the 70% now of the new riders are don't know who is the Kuji guy, because they're new one, and only the experienced riders who start this hobby 2 years, 3 years, 4 years ago, they know what this Kuji was one of the vloggers, beginners who was talking and tested a lot of wheels and was riding quite aggressively, yes, and made quite good video with full specification and full understanding what this product are about. We saw the specification of a new product here. And what we really clearly see here is what this is in real are Bigodi RS HT wheel with same C38 magnets motor, with a same control board, with a same battery pack 1800 watt hours, and with a new body look. Does this look is great? I don't know, but in my opinion this look is a little bit old. In my opinion, this front light is something similar like the Z10 we have, you know, all this stuff like the Z10, but Z10 made a lot of years ago anyway. So all this design, okay, the suspension we see something similar to the King Song S18. And the main point is that the weight of this wheel is about 36 or 37 kilos, between that point. Really heavy wheel, because the Bigodi said it will be the ultimate off-road wheel. So ultimate off-road wheel with a weight more than the Sherman, with a weight more than the EXN, with a almost twice bigger battery like the Sherman, you know, and same it is the lighter, you know, in the few kilos here. So to be honest and clear here, let's take the, as I said, the motorcycles, and let's take the enduro, hard enduro, and with all this dirty bike, you know, like cross bike and so on. So motocross sport. So motocross bike weight is about 100 kilos. So for the regular bike, you know, like the regular bike, you know, sport bike, it is about 200 kilos, you know, fast bike. So for the just cruisers bike, you know, like the like the GS, like the Africa Twin, so it is 240 kilos. So yes, these bikes are capable to ride a little bit in the off-road, but main point is for such a bike I ride a lot, made a lot of range and get a little bit of off-road. So not in an hour way. So for the motocross, if you need the really hard stuff like going hardly in the forest, in the sand and so on, making all this, performing all these tricks and so on, so you need the lightweight bike. So the lightweight bikes, as I said, is 100 kilos. So it is almost twice lighter than the regular bikes, and more than the twice lighter. So here. And what is more important for the motocross and hard enduro bikes, it is suspension travel. So if you want to jump and so on, you need the huge suspension travel. So for the Hero, we've seen regular 8 centimeters suspension travel and huge weight. So small battery and really huge price. And the price is a little bit more even than the Sherman cost. So the Sherman, the price is the same like the Abrams, Commander and the Sherman. So from the beginning. So high price and huge weight and small battery. So yes, it was not so excited to the community, but we saw real product. We saw the people was riding with that product, and this is really great. But this product exists in real, and Bigodi says it will be also start production in the late September and beginning of October. So we hope that when we receive the order, of course we order that wheels, it is very interesting to try it, but our community says no for that. So I don't know. Yes, as I understand, I am keeping my monster projects because of range and high speed and stability. If I want going to a forest, I want to have a light wheel like the MSP or RS 20, a little bit kilos, you know. Even the V11 or S18 have more sense here, because you know you are not able to go, you know, 200 kilos in the forest. It is just impossible, you know, to ride such a distance in such hard conditions. But if you want to have fun 10-50 kilometers, why not? But you want to have it with a lightweight and the powerful wheels. So here something is missing in my opinion, and really manufacturers should more listen to the dealers, because the dealers are listening for the riders, you know. Dealers are a way the riders to share the opinion, so the dealers listening to that opinion and share with manufacturer, and manufacturer need to listen and to make products not what they want to make, but what they want to have customers, because not the dealers, the customers pays the money for the manufacturer. Dealer is like we know here, like the partner here with the support and so on. So if a manufacturer will not listen, so we will have such a product in the future, and big fiasco for the manufacturers. Okay, so the dealers get the specifications, get the prices, and get the pictures, 3D pictures, rendered pictures from the manufacturers. And according to that specification, according to all this stuff, and the price, of course, price was nice, specification was insane. Looking really very robust and nice looking and up-to-date looking and ultimate looking. So seems also that this product will be dominated product for the premium class wheels this year and the next year and the next year after, I think. All we waited for the official presentation starts in the 5, I think, o'clock or 4 o'clock in Europe was. And it doesn't matter. But if you remember the presentation of InMotion V11, like we saw the live stream from the China, and officially the director was speaking and the engineers were speaking, all this concept and design was also made presentation, all was explained, vision and so on, was explained by the real peoples in real time in the live. And after that the riders come, and we firstly saw the real V11 product was staying on the table here. And this one was really very excited, very excited. So all we was looking now for, waiting now for something like that. Because if somebody making like that, yes, the motion presentation was first one, but not the ideal, you know, but it was, and it was really nice. So we understand that Kingsong need to do something like that or better here. But the time has come, and we saw all this presentation what the dealer already get from the manufacturer, and all this 3D rendered short film, you know, with no real wheel, no live stream, no nothing. And this for me, I'm not, you know, 20 years old, and for me it is looking like, you know, like, hey guys, stop. All this, yeah, nice, 126 volt wheels, 200 watt hours battery. The first one specificated was 28 kilograms wheel, you know, all these new features, a lot of new features. All this wheel is new feature, you know, 3300 watt motor in the nominal power, you know, and you see nothing, you see no life, you see no real product with such a hype, and you understand, you really start to understand that the company, the Kingsong, do not make any new products since the S18, and it is already 2 years old. So, and it was not so perfect product, you know, just because of a small battery, you know, and all this cutoff, and so, and we had with the first batches huge problem with working suspension. So a lot of the stuff here was with S18, but here we do not see nothing. We see only the idea, the SEO project, if you know what this meaning is, the SEO. So it is just a project, just the idea what the company wants to bring to the market, you know, some days, and have nothing. We do not have real experience in making 100 volt wheels, all this stuff, you know, for a few years Bigodi, all this path Bigodi made in all this 100 volts wheel to make these wheels like the Monster Pro be able to run, you know, safely run 80 kilometers plus. So they made only 84 volt wheels till now, and they also say that it will be 126 volt wheels. Okay, new program, okay. So all these algorithms, you know, all this technology, the ultimate suspension 30 millimeters, you know, it is almost twice more than any existing now wheel in the market. So all this stuff, and they're saying that the mass production will start in the December. Very strange position in my opinion. So I do not want to say something, you know, wrong to the Kingsong company, but I see that all this not working like that. Come on guys, you know, we want to see the real products. For example, as I was saying about the V12 wheel, so V12 was shown firstly by the EVX channel, you know, all this world saw this prototype, you know, all these videos. It was 6 months ago already. So till that, 3 months ago, I saw some prototype photos, you know, real product photos from the manufacturers, and I was what this wheel was making by the manufacturers and was making many time ago, you know. So more than 1 year now passed, and all community, all the dealers received this first batch 150 units for in the all world, and test this wheel V12, and we still do not have mass production here. But the Kingsong says that from the just zero, from the nothing, they will make the mass production in the December. No way we will make it. So taking the people money here, in my opinion, are wrong. and in my opinion are wrong, are publishing such information, because it will harm, you know, for the community, it will harm for another product, it will harm the selling of common products the dealers have on stock, it will harm the newly come product to the market, which is real product are coming, like the Abrams, like the Hero, like the Commanders now, and V12 also, you know, because all this attention are bringing to the S20, which is not real product, you know. So this is bad in my opinion. So if you are not able to show to the world what this is the one is real, here existed product, and we are testing it, and guys, we will be ready, you know, in the next 4 months, be ready for the pre-orders and for the mass production. This is, in my opinion, should be the way to work with a community, not just selling 3D printed photos, because to be honest, the InMotion company are bigger company than the Kingsong, and of course bigger company than the Bigode. I mean by the amount of money, about the factory, about the technologies and possibilities, and we saw that in the products they're making. The V12 can be not such a great product, but with built-in quality are good, very good plastics, design, all this technology, the programs, all these touch screens, you know, with a graphic design, and you understand how many money can spend the InMotion and so on. So here we clearly understand that. So even the InMotion, for having the almost 1 year the real prototype model, yes, and bringing to the world the first batch of the mass production wheels, and after 1 year till now still cannot start the mass production for the all world, and the Kingsong says we will do that from the 0 till the December, and now we're September, with all this industry crisis of you know, with batteries, with semiconductors and all stuff. So, and the price are going high, and the price of the S20 is really low, so I clearly understand that when the time will come, this product will be much more expensive. And please remember my words, it will be much more expensive in the final version, or the dealers will need to take all this, you know, profit responsibility on the dealers, and just to take it in full own profit, you know, from that. But because it will be not like that. So in my opinion, in the best way, if the Kingsong will push really hard here, the first batches will come to the clients in the middle of summer of 2022. So after that will be a lot of defects, and in the past of 1 year all these defects will be removed, and in the 2023 the S20 will be perfect wheel for the all community to ride. This is honestly my subjective opinion. So if you really like to wait a little bit, you know, for the 1 year, or for the better one product, later batches, you know, for the 2 years, so yes, pre-order it now, and still you can laugh a lot from the Hero, Commander and so on, and Abrams. But if you are a guy who want to ride now and get the pleasure like I am getting every day with my Monster Pro, so please buy the products that are real, not on the paper, but real in the warehouse, are coming to your dealer warehouse. So guys, peace, Dennis Hagov here. See you guys soon with all these reviews, new wheels. Bye bye.